Hello. I would like to buy I would like to buy for... Is it 3? More struggles. Deep one, I don't know what your plan is, but... Hey, there is no sense fretting over it. To think I would swim somewhere where I can see both this surface and the floor. I'm like a babe in the spawning pool. Oh well. What? Oh. Grass. I'm still not used to this. It's just like seaweed, but dry. Dry, dry, everything is dry. I never thought I would see the sky so still. I don't understand. Even if they cannot breathe underwater, you would have thought that maybe something... just trotting along on land all the time. I can remember swimming up for the first time, seeing the moon's rays play across the surface of the water. The shining gateway to the Deep One's domain. It was so beautiful. As if the heavens gaze, pulled downward. How long has it been now since I tasted the salt of the sea? Plod, plod, plod. Just heavy footsteps after heavy footsteps. Oh well. If the Deep One has work for me to do here yet, nothing to be gained from standing around. I wonder if there is wisdom in the way that this bark is grown. Something like the caves, perhaps. Some wisdom, I am sure. Such strange settlements, then. Land dwellers keep. So flat. They're always built of stone and this wood. Would that it was so easy to defend the ocean homes. What? You? A kinsman? No, and myself neither. A kinsman this far out. Oh, this is Providence at last.
Why have you come to Aberdeen? Why are you here?
Don't look so strange to me. You are the
from the ocean?
first of my kin I have seen in years. I have a story for another time. Come. We must swim together. It has been too long. Come. I can scarce believe it. No? Well, do not be a stranger. We are Tritons both, are we not?
Indeed we are, but I am curious why you are here. Especially so far inland.
Yes. It is a long story, and one which the Deep One has sent me on most graciously, so that I may earn a degree of penance. But yourself, another kinsman so far from here, why, of course. By who
You
else?
are, what, a deep priest, no?
And such things you know already from the look of me. I clearly give off that. Yes, I am a deep priest of House Immerseth, from
in the
deep
deep
beneath the
almost.
coast. Of course, do we not all? And truly it is by his providence that we are brought together again today. I had not thought to look for another of my kin so far inland.
I would not expect to see another Triton as well. Where do you hail from?
Aye,
What is your name?
from the Immerseth region, I am Duros. And your own name?
My name is Raylan.
Raylan.
Midas. Yes. Off the coast of Gradia.
Then we are from oceans apart, but joined together in perhaps smaller climes. But look at you.
So you tell me you are a deep priest who believes in the deep one
Of
in
course.
the middle of an inland city.
Yes, I am
Why are
on.
you here?
I am on something of a mission of sorts.
A mission.
Yes.
I do not know why you would want to venture inland so far on this pile of death for a mission.
It was not exactly my idea of what I had planned for myself either. Even now my heart yearns for the deep. I have long waited to... It is so good to be able to converse again. My language with the humans, my speech, it is not the best. I was not expecting.
So you do not speak common well, no?
No, I do not.
I see.
I thought that maybe if I traveled inland, if I followed the river, I would come up somewhere close, that I might find people who know more of our kin, but alas, it has been to no avail.
I have not seen a Triton in this place for quite a while. You are the first. It is quite a shock, to be honest.
Yes, and the shock
So
is
you're
mutually
here on
shared, but this is a
peaceful
joyous
venture,
thing.
correct?
Yes, I am here on a matter of penance. I will wear it well.
Good.
I
I'm glad to hear that.
had some dealings on the shoreline. The humans that lived there, they did not know much of our people, and it is difficult to talk about.
On the shoreline, the humans on the shoreline did not know much about our people?
Yes,
At least in Gradia, they know about us, at least.
in Gradia, yes, I am
In
told.
Esmeralda, did they not know about
It is
else?
difficult for me to explain. I was newly ordained. I was out to earn experience. I was... how shall we say? I was on a party going out to hunt some Sahagin. I was there, as is customary, to aid and abet the soldiers who were attacking a group of Sahagin that were playing on the nearby settlement. It turns out they had been abducting the human folk, and they had put out a bit of a party for themselves. It turns out to them that a Triton and a Sahagin are similar, shall we say. They took me for one of the people who had been predating on their kind. And, things have escalated from there, we can say. But you, it is so good to see another of my kinsmen here.
Indeed it is. It has been so long since I have seen someone such as yourself.
This must be a sign, a deep sigh, a blessing this far from the sea. I am
Indeed.
greatly
I
pleased
would
to
not
meet
call myself a blessing, but
you. Would not? Oh, but surely you are. We are Tritons met together in the most uncertain of times, in the most strange of places. What else can it be but a sign?
of course, yes.
But you,
Must be right.
look at you. It looks like you are well acquainted with the customs
I
of
have been
these
here
people. You
for
have your belts
A
and...
little while at least. Unfortunately not by choice, but that is... well...
Not by
for another
choice.
time, perhaps.
Have the humans captured you as well? Come, come,
No, you do not need to worry about that.
come.
Yes.
Not by choice. But what could it mean? Oh, but it is a blessing, most surely. Oh. I will never understand how any creature can last this long within this sun. And this is not even the worst of times. You say you are here not by choice, then? I hope that you have not been met with unkindness upon these shores. The drowners have peculiar customs, their houses, their people, the meat and things they eat, the strange animals. It is all a bit of a shock. I have studied much in my time, but these people are most strange to me.
The landers do not take kindly to people who are not like themselves, and we are very much in that category. So we...
That much I have seen.
Been not treated necessarily kindly, but I am not here because of the landers now. It is...
Oh, but surely you must tell. Well, if it is for other reasons, then it is your duty to lay it out on the table. I will bear my shame with pride. I will not return to the water, nor to the sea, until I am cleansed, and I have cleansed the good Triton name. As that is my duty. No?
I was a warrior of the sea. A guardian of the Nederman Council.
The guardian?
And... yes. Sabersat family has been the guardian for the Nederman Council for generations. It was
They're not noble blood, but they...
sons of the council members. I slighted their family.
You slighted their family?
And I was sent to... well... where everyone goes when they are outcasted. The Lofties.
You went to the deep. You went there, you saw them. But tell me, I was not convinced this was Providence before, I surely am now. You must tell me everything. What did you see? What was that like down there? Did you see anything? Was there any writing? Did you manage to pick out any pictures? Did you recover anything? What was going on?
There that I saw were horrors I cannot ever mention. The things that are down there, you do not want to try to find. They are not things of this world. They are not things that we should see. Even though we are from down there, there is a reason why we do not go down there anymore.
You do not need to talk to me of these things. But still,
I do not know how I made it out alive.
You returned.
I was attacked, and I woke up on the shores of Gradia, and that is it. That's all I know.
Surely... Then what have you to worry about? Truly, how can this be anything but a blessing?
Because people do not go to the lost cities and survive. I do not know why I am alive.
And yet you have. And you come here and you say you are struggling around the land dwellers. You have done something remarkable. To return to our father's lands together, that is a great sign.
I was outcasted. I know you are a deep priest, and I know this is your beliefs, but I was outcasted by my own people. They left me to die out there, and the things I saw, I do not know how I am alive. I do not want to go back there.
Well...
I cannot.
I am not asking you to return. I am simply asking you to...
I am not a blessing.
You may not think yourself a blessing, but you have most surely been blessed. A second chance.
I am here to live out my days on this stupid rock.
Live out your days, and what? You will run from the sea and from your heritage.
Live and die here.
Live and die here?
Yes. There is nowhere else for me to go, no?
Never did I think I would see the day that one so proud of kin and heritage would survive what others thought impossible and call themselves a failure. You cannot
I
mean...
called myself a failure because I was supposed to be a guardian of the sea. I was supposed to be a warrior. Now what can I do? I cannot protect anyone, especially not the people of the sea, no? Not on this rock. So I do what I can.
That may not be
And
true.
I wait to die.
The people here, they have methods of record keeping. I have seen them with their things and this material. They scroll things upon it, the likes of which I have never seen before. I will not disguise my intention. I am ordained in the faith. Well, it is our duty to return one day. I believe that truly. But the fact that you have returned is sign enough to me that there is something yet possible to be done. These people on land, they have their methods. Ours have been taken from us. Our stone writings, the memories of the city, the very face of our God. I have walked these streets. They have temples. They have drawings, illuminations. A great many things that we have lost for all time. I believe that if we were to gain entrance, to gain their trust, we might learn something.
You think we could learn something of our old god from here?
Anything.
Our old god forsaken us.
The
The deep one is...
The Deep One has not
Gone.
forsaken us. The Deep One is giving us our greatest test to bear. There are theories, there are ideas. I have heard his voice. I feel it even now, the pull. You just have to open yourself. Down within, the Deep One calls us all home. Surely you must feel it too. The sensation in
feel-
your blood.
The only thing I feel is being abandoned by my own kin and left for dead. That is all I feel. Now, I will let you be on your goal here.
But surely you
Whatever
cannot.
you want to do, I will not get in your way.
But surely we cannot.
But I will not have a part of it. I am not a blessing. I am here to die.
You are a blessing to me. Do you know how long it has been since I have been able to converse with one of my kind, to speak openly, to talk? We may not share goals, but surely, as kinsmen, we have some debt to each other. Way I see it, we are both exiled,
I will give you that.
if only for different reasons.
You were exiled? You did not mention this.
No.
You said you were here on a mission.
Yes. It is... The people of the coastal town, they blamed... They blamed me and my hunting party for the hunting and slaughter of their men. They thought us beasts. I could not explain what had happened. I was left outside. It was my first voyage out. I was... What?
I saw someone swimming.
Then you have better eyes
should
than
have
me. Listen,
I typically stay at the tavern. If you want to find me, I spend the night there most times.
I will...
If you can make it in the castle walls, that is.
I have walked the grounds
But regardless,
before.
I'm sure we will see each other.
I'm sure we can. Listen, I know that you may not feel that you are used to it, but I made an oath a long time ago that I would work in favor of our kind, and exile as you may be, that still continues. Should you need my help, come to me.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Duros.
You may be an exile, but you are no less a kinsman. And it is a priest's duty to see to those kinsmen most lost. I can see this pains you. I will not labor it any further. But know that you have brought me great joy this day.
I am glad to hear that.
I suppose I shall be seeing you then.
Indeed, Dhuros.
Very then.
I shall not be a stranger.
Another Triton. A guardian capable of returning from the lost cities. Cast all doubt from your mind, Duros. The Deep One calls to you yet. Though, on that point, your own mission awaits. A tavern. What is a tavern? I will have to explore. But wait.
Oyana, where did you head to?
Further inside, if you just kind of head straight back, I can head back a little bit and check on you. Just stay nearby the building. Oh, I see you. Look to your right.
What is that?
Over here. Yep.
I'm glad to see radio discipline is a good thing in all RPs. Well, whoever it is, they do not want to be seen. And I am not one to overstretch my bounds. No, you have pushed your luck enough this day, Duros. Who could it be? The skin. Deep One. So many blessings upon one fallen child this day. Oh, I feel like I could cry. Come, kinsman. Meet me aboard the rock. This thing is sodden. Rancid clothes. He knows that I have seen him. He must do. Kinsman! Strange tidings this is, that I am blessed twice in one day. The first I was willing to consign to a form of blessing, but to see another so keenly afterwards, surely it is only the will of the Deep One. To be so blessed on a day like today.
That explains so much. You and the other.
The other?
Followers, are you?
Really? No, I am sorry, what? We should try again. My name is Duros. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, my kinsman. Try, I hope you have... But of course. Ordained and in Deep One's name.
You may know my name thus far. Kidas Vedorsath.
Of the Vedorsath bloodline. A pleasure. Then I may say I am the youngest of the brood of Amarsath myself. Duros is the name.
Umersath.
Yes.
Family full of fanaticals.
Why must you meet me so coldly, kinsman? I have heard nothing but good tales about your family name, and I am overjoyed to see you at a place like this. 2 Tritons I have met now.
You are in a place like this. What brings you out here? Surely not good things.
I could say the same for yourself. Surely none of us can count ourselves as fortunate to be this far inland. But why so cold?
Not cold. You know very well what I mean by those words. The real... how do I say it? Do you care as much for the secrets of the things that we sought so long to stay away from?
Well,
as the rest of your family? Are you like them?
Of course, it is our one true calling. To reclaim what was lost and to regain the might, so that all my Triton kind and all the peoples of the world may stand at once.
You follow something you know nothing about.
I know everything that I can about it. I have studied as much as I can. I have heard reports. And just this day I have heard news of one of our kin who has returned from the city. A miracle! As surely a sign from the Deep One. As surely a sign as the meeting of us in this part now. What is... Have you stayed over long? Never did I think that I would meet a kinsman so far from home and be met with a cold shoulder twice in one day. Different families we may be from, and indeed I come to feel ideologically different, but surely you understand that we are both kinsmen still.
I do hope my visit is brief.
As do we all.
Things to search, and I do not seem to be here.
Things to search for. But I am on a mission as well. Perhaps we can work together. I am sworn to aid our kind, after all. Perhaps we could help each other.
We all are. But I fear we are most likely looking for different things.
Well, most assuredly, but that does not mean that we cannot gain the benefit of each other's eyes. What is it you search for? I may be of aid. I may not speak well with the locals, or know much of their customs, or... well, much of anything, really, up here, but I am sure I will be able to, put one or two things together and make things work out. How can it not? For us to meet so strange a thing is... it has no choice but to work out.
Not your business.
I see. Then you are determined that we should remain so distant.
Aye. Ideologically, we are too different.
You are one of the two people I have met this far inland, with whom I share a race, a heritage, a culture. We are Tritons. We created the greatest race, the greatest cities that this world has ever seen. Overcome forces and foes, the likes of which the land dwellers must never face purely because of us and our bravery. And you would say that because I would wish to regain that, we must remain as distant? I do not understand.
I would wish nothing more but with patience, calculated movement, map the terrain, understand it. You would dive face first into it.
But of course.
Madman, would you not?
I would gather a mission. Yes. You are right in one. It is the will of the Umarsath house, and of me by extension, as the youngest and latest ordained within the priesthood, that I would gather a mission, yes, to go to that place consigned to exiles. It is the thought of our house that our noble line is perhaps falling too far. That perhaps what we have lost has started to cause fractures between ourselves. And I must say that from what I see here today and experience with yourself, I am more enamored to that thinking than ever. To think that... But surely I will tell you what my goal is here. I simply wish to gain access to their libraries. They have methods of inscribing things, of carving them upon these sheets of... I don't know what it is. They have a history, a way of...
Flimsy.
Flimsy. I have said this twice this day. They have temples. They have books, they have writings of their gods, and whilst they may have changed over the years, I am sure, as they are nothing on the stones that lie within our sacred halls, there must be something.
Something. Then I ask of you, where are the writings of what you suppose is our god,
They are in our most sacred halls. In our ancestral home. In the great cathedrals that we built there. They are carved into the very stone.
Seen any of the cathedrals with their own eyes?
No one has.
And how do you know they are there?
Because they are pointed to.
You know my family's ambition.
I know your family's ambition.
Or my own.
And we are much the same. Do we not both wish the best for our kind?
That we all do.
Then you would spurn me for my own visage, but you will yet even tell me about what it is that yourself are doing here. What noble goal is it that you hold?
Not sure.
I might help with. I might agree. I might be able to support you. If it is for our kind, then I am duty-bound to grant assistance.
It is not a thing I can share as easily. Something I was tasked with myself, but I will tell you at least. And there's something I must find. I thought this lake would have it, but it is shallow, small.
You search for something in the waters.
Something that caused a great disturbance nearby Nederman.
I will not forsake the noble bloodline within your veins. If you would not speak to me on this matter, I will trust, as we have always trusted, that the Dorset bloodline has their reasons.
Is not noble too, is it not?
That it is. I know I was raised knowing of the stories of your family, of all of the families, of the great works,
As are yours.
the beast slain. I would not question your judgment, but I cannot say that I understand it.
Once again, nor I yours. You said there was another
Yes,
of our kind?
yes, she was an exile, so she says of her own words. One brave enough to be able to
expected as
brave
much.
the lost cities and return. She told me stories of a miracle, if you would so easily forsake our gods. One who was sent to the darkest parts of our past and returned on the shores of Gridania. If this is not the mark of providence, then I do not know what is.
Miracle.
But of course,
Probably
Tur eyes so
fanatical.
much from the beast. Fanatical? No, you must be fanatical to ignore the evidence of the story if it is true, if she returned from the deepest part of the ocean to the shore with no recollection. What can we call that but a miracle? We both know there are stranger things in this
luck.
world. Luck?
Aye.
You would call that luck?
And it is. And it is the feats of slaying those things and surviving against them and defending against them that makes members of the council, does it not?
It
There
does.
are those of us that are gifted enough. Miracles are not a thing of superstition, but of consequence, talent, sometimes even luck. You bury your head in these ideals.
Then what would you do? You would come in land, turn a cold shoulder to your own kinsman, and you would spurn his ideals before even trusting him with your own. I have greeted you with open arms and excitement to meet a kinsman with Orsath. I will not question you further. But know that I am often
apologize.
in this water if you ever change your mind.
It is hard for me to reconcile how unthankful they are out here.
The recollections
They don't
are,
have us.
yes, that they do. And though I am sure that you hate to hear me say it, it only convinces me more of the value of my family's mission.
I suppose we share that in common then.
These people, I have seen how they live, pulling roots from the earth to gorge themselves. The suffering, the poverty, the pain as they trod ever heavily on 2 feet across vast distances. The contraptions they build, the houses they construct to get just a fraction of what we have beneath the sea. Do you care for them at all?
Centers. Centuries and centuries of their advancement. They limit themselves. I care for things much as I can, but I care not for their trivialities, their
No.
politics, any of that. Their looks, their scoffs, as they walk past my person, as if they've sniffed a terrible air.
They are a young race. All of them. We Tritons know more than any other that great wisdom is brought only through suffering. Our suffering was over. Theirs has only begun. I do not know about you, but I look on them and I pity them. I wonder how they could benefit from from us. If we were to take back a fraction of what was lost, that they might revere us once again, that they might believe our stories, that they might hear our people.
It's strange. I envy their ignorance. I envy their ability to live their peaceful lives, unknowing of the dangers that could swallow them and their entire civilizations whole.
That we do. Come, let us get upon the land.
With the sun. Are you that accustomed to it?
That I am not. However, I am sure that maybe if I give myself to it in doses, I might build up some resistance. It is unthinkable, after all, that, the people of this mud and soil can walk freely upon this earth, but the Tritons cannot. I think it is truly only a matter of time.
A matter of time. I'd prefer much to stay in the waters. I don't mind much walking the lands. It's rough, dry.
Yes.
Not made for us.
I have never quite got it. This is like seaweed, but it cuts you at your toes. There is no life amongst them apart from these strange birds. Who mock us almost. If only I could fly so easily through this air as I could through the sea. I miss it.
Like we exist under the sea. Only them in the air. That is all.
I do not understand it.
Not
I
nearly
mean,
as graceful.
I have seen them swim. If they can't swim, why do not they make their homes upon the water? It is cleaner.
Perhaps they enjoy the height.
Enjoy the height?
See more.
Is that why they are so fond of building up these castles just so they can knock them down again? These keeps, these settlements. It seems like a strange system to me.
I don't question it. They build their piles of dirt and they walk into them.
That they do. I long for the silence of the ocean floor of the course where I could hear the sea call to me loudest. Here I do not know where I am amongst the people. I do not understand their tongue, not to any high degree. I did not expect that I would be walking among the land dwellers. I was destined for the deep. And,
Said you were.
have you found your way amongst the settlement? It was the largest one I could find, swimming up the river from the south.
I, myself as well, I exited the forests, groupings of trees as tall as you could look. I saw 2 ways, 3, that I could walk. I saw people heading one and then away from another.
Yes.
That's how I found my way here.
It is strange, so many people clustered into such a small fence. They surround themselves with stone and walls and...
So little variety of life, no color. Oh, the only color is out here.
There seems to be, at a glance, a great many more of them than there are houses. Do they naturally share their abodes with 5 to 10 or maybe more?
I have seen it. Some 3 or 4 sleep in the same bedding.
I do not understand how
Like the
one
same
can
space.
sleep, lying on something. What did you do? You cannot float. It is bad for your muscles. I tell you, if they are all angry and cranky, it is because they sleep on their backs.
Possible. They could benefit from at least a trial sleeping in the water, although they couldn't, right? They would drown. Poor things.
There are many things I do not understand. Even so, I had meant to try again to see if I could find my way to their church. They have a fane of sorts in there. I have seen through the windows outside. I get strange looks from the guards, and I am not a fighter, but I would very much like to learn of their god.
Why does it interest you?
I had thought that, much like our cities are filled with knowledge of a people, that maybe there might be something there. And I cannot deny that there is a part of me that envies them. They seem to know so much of their god. You see descriptions and depictions of what they look like, and they talk about verses and things that they say, and they have these psalms and words and all sorts, and maybe there is something that we can learn from this. If anything, it is...
And yet you cannot find a single one that has ever seen their god.
The divine are not for us to behold, but to feel. Even the youngest Triton knows that.
The youngest Triton also knows to stick with what they know. You talk about the pursuit of knowledge, and yet you forsake knowledge in the sake of faith. You
Of
use
course.
that as your knowledge. That is where we differ. I don't believe I could help you with your path, but should the need arise.
I am
our
not
paths
asking you
align
to...
at least to the same location.
If you would be so kind as to accompany me into the city, I would be most grateful for that at least. I do not know the ins and outs, and they speak very quickly in their tongue. I would just like an opportunity to look around their halls. I see the peasants walking in and out of it. They have these congregations, and I thought that maybe I might be able to, spy something. But they give me these eyes, thick eyes. They have these strange, shiny weapons of sorts. They are sort of crafted from the sides of their arms. It's sharp, pointy things like they used to fell the trees.
Tools to destroy the land around them.
Aye, and each other, and I do not fancy my chances with them. See, when I see guards looking at me closely and starting to reach for their belts, I am... maybe try again another day. I was hoping that perhaps they would get used to me just from being around, but it turns out that there are people about the place who you perhaps do not want to draw the attention of.
You may have done better to stay perhaps in Gradia.
Not quite
Recognize our
something that I can do right now, but yes, it is an intention to return to Gradia at stage.
Very well. Shall we head on then?
I dare say we shall. I mean, we have nothing to gain here, but at least know this. Even though you are one strange individual, if you do not mind me saying so, as much as I much seem strange to you, it gladdens me nonetheless to meet a kinsman, not one but two within this day, so far from home. I extend the offer again. If this young vassal, this priest of House Umarsat may be benefit to you, I am honor bound and bound to you as my kinsman to assist you.
We assist each other as much as we can, I suppose.
Of course.
I'm just warning you that our paths may differ a little too quickly. That is all.
You are the one determined to remain mysterious. I do hope that if we do differ from paths, it is not too soon, and not before we are supposed to.
There is very little
So, do
mystery about my name. Everything I do is known by everyone. How long have you been away from the ocean?
it is difficult to tell. The skies and nights move different here, and there was a couple of times I was kept indoors for a long time, but I would guess 4 months, maybe, cycles of the moon.
Recent.
It has been an ordeal, to say the least, but one that I am happy to endure.
Sure you are.
Anyway, I should get my shot. Just one moment. I believe I dropped it somewhere around here. Ah, there it is. It is all the moisture I get in this area.
Clothes from back home.
They were taken from me by some,
Taken.
yes. I came across some people who were, not perhaps as receptive as perhaps they should be to our kind, and, well, we, did not part amicably.
Thieves.
Of a
There are
sort.
few.
There are many people who are about the place.
Even as close as the free wharf.
The Freeworth, is that the name of the place within the town?
A border to the ocean.
Oh, Freeworth. It sounds like a nice place.
Where is that?
We're getting lost so soon. In so small a pond.
It's easy to see in the deep. Not so much above.
No, the water is strange here. It has been still too long. It is not normal.
A moment.
Of course. This is a strange one. Bit of awkward. First ARP, but we'll narrow it out. See, I was awkward when we started as well.
Then
Of course, I will follow after you.
Hmm.
By all means, you walk around with the air of a man who knows his way about the place.
only the path from those gates to those waters. Otherwise, only the road in.
Ah, but your family are great explorers and cartographers of the deep. The Dorset bloodline is said to have a great hall where they have depictions of the various floors of our old domain. Long have I wished to see it. If such a thing stands.
Expensive. It stands.
Of course. Why, knowledge of the sea of our people is the same as knowledge of our god.
Bloody hell, there's more of the glowies.
Glowies? What is this word?
Strange. What is it you want?
Oh,
Otherwise, we'll be on our
Nope.
way.
nothing particular. I just,
Hello!
you're lit up like a...
My name is
You're
Duros.
trying to look for the mines right now.
What is this?
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
just
you-
going to the mines.
you're just going to the mines. Carry on then.
Hey.
What is...
Carry on, Glowy.
What is glowy?
Or,
You're referring to your
yeah, let's keep
bandage.
going, come on.
Okay, so at this point I kind of fucked up. There's a button on my hip which changes the scene and allows me to control other things like muting myself in Discord, adjusting Spotify volume, and so on and so forth. However, it appears that it might be a little too sensitive and there are buttons I need to take off there. The next 20 minutes of footage are unwatchable. In that time, however, Duros goes through the front gates of the city. He is accosted by the guards. He reveals to a number of people there that he cannot speak the common language particularly well, and he meets Loretta. Loretta is a small character, appears noble and well-dressed compared to the others, and he expresses a wish to her, after a friendly greeting, that he would like to go and see the church. And he's shown the church, and he gets to go into the main cathedral, and it has a little bit about Mithrax explained to him. Mithrax being the dominant god in Ireland, a god of endurance who helps those who help themselves. And this is a huge thing for Duros. I'm going to revisit this later on, but I suppose the big takeaways are that I learn what a book is, I learn what the difference between a city and Adwick are, in terms of just the language. I start to make friends with Loretta, and we resume just after that point. Sorry, I'm taking that button off the thing. I am a terrible, terrible streamer.
Thank you. Thank you. My bad.
Not a problem. Anyway, back to where we were.
Yes, sorry. I had a headache. You do. Sorry, you don't know. Yes, I had.
I hope to see you again, Duros. It was very nice to meet you.
Goodbye. Thank you, Loretta. Sorry, you. Raylin, gone. Sorry, I should find Raylin. You see where she go?
Mm-hmm. Your other kin? She ran off that way, part towards the market district.
Oh, thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye. No, she was complaining about being too warm here. Can you imagine? It's early spring.
Imagine being too warm. It's spring.
Oh.
Oh man.
Sorry, guys. I have no idea how that happened. Hopefully it wasn't on there for too long. I get the feeling it was probably on there for a fucking long time. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I had no idea. I'm trying to just get in RP and just do some stuff. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Yeah, no, Gambit's fucking killing it. I have a lot of pings. I'm sure you do. About 20 minutes. Oh, alright, 20 minutes isn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Sorry, I'm going to take that button off my control. I have a new control thing, which I'm using, which allows me to control, like, music and sound from my leg, and I must have accidentally hit the button that changed scenes. So, I'm removing that button. I got excited about setting up hotkey macros, and I won't be doing that again. Sorry. How cool is it that we have NPCs walking around in a circle, apparently? Holy shit, this is difficult. Oh my god. Yeah, I basically looked around the temple. I'm sure I'll be back. I might... Oh, Kaitis. Hey. I'm getting thirsty. My skin not made for this. Do people walk around without shirts on here?
I do hope so.
Is that a thing that is done?
Nice for its own good.
Hello.
That one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Sorry.
Oh, so like, no, just like, just haven't seen your kind round here much. Like, you new?
New? New. Yes, new. My name is Dhuros.
Right.
Hello.
Duros. Okay, actually, that's pretty easy to remember. Yeah.
Duros.
Gary.
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 Gary. Gary?
Gary, yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello,
yeah,
Gary.
So, right, just wondering, like, I saw like you. There's like you. I.
Well, he is or me?
What?
Well, I was
So
gonna say,
I've just seen like this.
Huh?
I wasn't sure what was going
There's
on.
like there's like
What?
there's like
buddy.
one of you that's like a woman or
Yes.
something, and I'm just wondering, like,
Oh,
He's not my ex. We're
Raylan. Raylan.
Yeah.
You see Raylan? I look for her.
Raylan?
Just you saying last
I-
night that got you in trouble.
Wait, is that her name, Raylan?
Raylan, yes, I look for her.
Trying
to find her as well.
Split up for a while.
Okay, I was just wondering, is she single?
Yeah.
What?
It's a good story that you managed to find each other.
What is this word?
Is she single?
Single?
Single.
Single.
Is she dating anyone?
Dating. I sorry, I do
Yeah.
not understand.
Okay.
Dating
Alright, so
single.
like, okay, is she
Love together.
Woman,
Is she-
man.
Like.
is she
Oh, I
That is what he wants.
do not, I do not understand. I am sorry. I will speak too soon. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hello.
Wait. I didn't get to talk to you.
Oh, sorry. Hello. Sorry.
Don't mind them. I just want to say,
Hello.
you're very, very pretty. I like all the colors, and you look very cool. Very good.
Oh, very good. Yes. My name is Duros. Very good. Nice to meet you.
My name is Iris.
Iris.
It's nice to
Yeah,
it's nice to meet you.
We'll hold.
You or you
There you go.
Yes.
There you go. It's a sign of good. It's a good thing to shake hands.
Good thing. Right.
Yes.
Good thing. Yes.
Good thing. Very good thing.
Oh, good.
Never know.
Thank you.
I thought
I learned
couple
many new things today. I
Doesn't
not.
look like very much
yeah.
like that.
I don't speak well. Common.
Looks like a tiger.
Hello.
I remember copying her having spots.
Greetings.
Oh.
I
Iris
have
standing
a
out here in
question
the
for you
sun.
guys.
I am getting. Yes, I should go. Nice to meet you. Goodbye.
Pleasure.
A movement to the shade, maybe.
Yes.
You have questions? Everyone has questions. Come.
Be careful, this is the only outfit I have.
Hold on.
I don't want to be ruined with scratches.
Is that not working? Right.
Oh no. Mithrax takes them again.
Mithrax again. Mithrax everywhere. Oh. Why isn't that toggle working? I can't believe that Jimmy from Critical Role is trying to molest Lauren. She is a fish. Jimmy is a strange creature. Oh, not good. Too bright. I should get to water. I should. Oh no. Oh, what the shit? What the? What? Oh. Really? I need to help. Really? Oh no. Oh no. What?
Maybe you don't quite understand that up here, but...
Really? 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 I found the thing. You look for. I found. Come. Please come with me. That man is strange. He asked me very pressing questions about yourself and your status of having a partner. I fear he means the worst for you. You should get away quickly.
Interesting. Yes, he did offer to show me his spear, yet he had no spear on his back. I fear the worst.
I think we should leave. The sun is not kind to me. These many loud noises and strange things. Hood? Oh, like... I should get hood.
And also, if you wear some kind of scarf around your neck, get the scarf wet. It will cover your gills and help the sun.
That is great news.
And
I
also
knew.
get yourself a water skin.
A water skin as well.
You can drink from that and it can help.
This is quite the shopping list for one such as myself, but thank you. I must return to the water for now. But watch out, this man is strange.
What is your name?
Thank you, Duros.
Has you spoken to Kaidas at all? Another Trident so soon? I did not expect to come across another of my kin. It is just another sign. He seemed distant, more so than yourself.
He seemed distant. Interesting. I have not spoken to him. But no need to introduce me. It will be okay.
Oh, he
I'm sure we will run into each other eventually.
he said some strange things. I just let me know.
What did he say?
I need to get into the shade. I hope you do not mind.
Not at all. The sun is very bright.
Yes, that it is. Oh. He is very distant. He is of House Vedorsath, he says. A noble bloodline. I asked him what his mission was, so that I might be able to learn of it of myself and maybe help a fellow kinsman. But he was distant, strange even. He mocked me for my... Well, it is not fair for me to say, but he seemed to express a great lack of faith in the Deep One and in my house's mission. Then when I asked him about yourself or what he was doing, he said he was looking for something in the water. I do not know if you know anything of this.
I do not know what his purpose is here. I hope it is what he says it is.
He did not tell me anything. I told him everything. I greeted him as a kinsman, much the same way as I did yourself, but he seemed determined that we should not converse. It was far beyond my means to try and, how shall we say, a second guess one of noble blood, but as his bloodline has grieved great many things. Their houses are fantastical. I am never maker to mention myself, but I have been told stories, and it seems the both of you. How long have you been away from the sea?
I have been away from the sea for about a year now.
A year? And do you know Kaidas at all?
That does not matter.
I am most chagrined to have met nothing but strange people giving me strange looks all day. And yet my own kinsmen seem remiss to tell me anything about themselves. He is over there now. Perhaps you can go and speak to him. I'm sure he will see sense.
I would prefer not to, actually. Your company has been...
I must get out of the sun. I do apologize.
Not to speak.
Yes.
Of course, yes. Go
This
ahead.
has been a big day for me. There has been you two, and then the letter, and Mithrax, the temple. They have an image of their god. They have an altar, and there is an image of their god. And books. I know they are called books. They have writings in them of their priests.
What's cheaper than?
Yes, it appears they write about their gods and all types of things.
It is incredible. Never have I been filled with more hope than this day. But stay away from the shirtless man. He strikes me as he asked questions that you should not ask. I will.
Thank you.
I must go. The men on the door, they seem to have issue with. Is it? Are they going to? Am I okay to walk back through, or are they? What
You
is?
should be okay to walk back through.
Okay, I will try and
I
do
will
that
follow
then.
you and make sure they give you no trouble, no?
Yes, I would be most grateful.
Of course.
Thank you.
I will make sure you get to the lake safely.
But still,
At least past the walls.
books, books, writings. So many things they have written down.
If you need something written down, I'm the scribe.
Eh?
You are a scribe.
You're talking about books.
Scribe?
Aye.
Interesting.
Hello.
Apparently there are people who write books, or I guess copy things to other books.
Oh.
We also have stone tablets.
Oh, stone.
Something we are more similar with. Yes. Familiar.
Well, if you want, I'll be having those in soon.
Let's go down the right path. Ah, yes, all by my loans.
What is that? The strange mask.
Apparently a scribe is... no, he is a dwarf who wears a mask. Apparently.
Does he not like the sunlight either?
I do not know.
It is a...
But apparently those two dwarves wear masks. They apparently have some kind of grudge book where they write grudges.
Grudges?
And then another one enacts the grudges. Yes.
That is a strange thing to write down. The ability that these people have to record things and they spend it wasting it on grudges of all things?
It does seem they write a lot of things down.
It does seem they write a lot of things down. Oh, but this is good news indeed. Either way, we should tarry no longer.
You seen the blacksmith?
Oh.
Ah, last I saw him, he was in that smithy.
I'll check there again then. Thank you.
I actually need to find him again too.
I'm gonna find a spot to eat this.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Sure, why not?
Keep your head down.
Is there something wrong?
I've forgotten the way. Is it that way? Have I gone the wrong way?
Here, you've gone a little bit too far. If you want to go to the main gate.
Oh, main gate, yes.
He wants to exit, yes. It's over this way.
No, the main gate's over there.
Oh, sorry. Oh, Loretta.
It is easy to get lost.
Yes.
Here is the main door. The main.
Oh, I walked straight past it. I am sorry.
It's all good.
Yes.
All you have to do is go out and turn right, and you know how to get to the lake from there, correct?
Thank you, Relin. Once again, you have been a pleasure as this day. I will see you soon, and be careful of the man with the shirtless. Strange man.
Thank you, Duros.
What is that? Oh. What? I take the water through. Yes.
Oh, no. I just surprised.
I see what's going on.
Hmm?
Because I have purple skin. I'm not allowed to work at an honest job.
No, that's not what I meant.
Skin.
I'm surprised, it's all. Surprised the guards even that you work here. At all.
Well, I make stuff for them, so I would hope they do.
Guards?
Help keep the infrastructure going.
I mean, I've seen how they treat the dwarves in just a matter of a day, and it's...
Dwarves.
They're assholes, yes. I mean, they're trying to scam 5 copper out of me.
5 copper.
Yeah, they've done the same to me.
Oh,
I actually swindled them.
so many strange things. So many strange things. This was the way, yes? Yes, the stone. Ah. Good. These strange things like fish. I do not know what these things are supposed to. They're strange looking. Like a tiny crab but without the shell. One step at a time. But they say I can go back. Mithrax. Help others who help themselves. Sounds like a strange god. They ask many questions of Duros. The floor of this place is in the better days. Still though, there are worse places to drift for a while. Oh. What is my body doing? Does it just not like the fact that I am beneath the water and then is trying to reconcile with the animation of sorts? I get the impression that that is indeed what is going on. That is unfortunate. Yeah, that works though, sort of. That does not work at all. I'm just trying to chill out in the... Chill out? Good lord. Huh? Just trying to chill out in the water. And it is all going mad. Oh, good lord. Accents just disappearing all over the place. This is a hard one. I think I slipped a little bit. I think when I was going foreign... Okay, it does not like me being on the floor. Okay, it likes me being in the air, but it wants to float me to the surface. I've never used the swimming system before. Oh my god. Flap, flap. Gotta get my flapping on. Yeah, it's spazzing out a little bit, isn't it? Oh. So we're gonna be doing this for a little bit until Duros knows a little bit more about how to handle himself above ground. He's not used to the idea of having to find the shade. He's not used to the idea of having to cover himself. He's not used to the idea of having to remind himself to drink, because of course he does it passively. And not used to it is kind of the name of the game. But I'm not flapping in this water. Okay, I'm going to play the humid card. It's humid around here. What a curious day this has been. So, on the one hand, the humans and the land dwellers are asking a lot of questions, and Duros does not know what they mean by these questions. On the other hand, of course, there is a matter of... Well, Maybe not think about that. I wonder how they feel about the Deep One. They must have some sort of recollection somewhere. Maybe some writing, an old effigy. If I could find an effigy. A statue standing proud. Would I know it if I saw it? I would know it if I saw the Deep One. Books. Single. Books. Single. City. Town, city. City. Adwick. 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 It is a strange name. Not very musical. I would have thought such things would be on their lips. 5 copper. That is the copper like the shell of a crab. See. Money. Kaidas and railing. One exiled, which is a problem, and one Kaidas. Going to have to shut my window. Because apparently people are doing stuff all outside. Oh, good Lord, I knock all sorts of things over. I am a terribly clumsy Triton this day. What time is it? So we were supposed to start at 30? I cannot do maths right now. I am so tired. So been 4, 5, 6, 7. So that would be the 7 p.m. mark would be the 7 a.m. mark would be the time that I typically got off. Did I really start this stream 4 hours ago? No, that's the time I started playing. I'm very tired. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah. This started late. I am going to... Oh yeah, I don't think there's anyone around me. We started late. I only said I'd be here for 4 hours, so I'll probably sign off shortly. It's kind of been a first day awkward meeting people, RP. It always is when you're doing a new project and there's the stress of doing all this stuff and everything. But yeah. I think that for an awkward first day, and one that started well over an hour late, I'm gonna call it there. I came in, I said hello to everyone. We had awkward first introductions between characters. It's like that scene in every D&D game, right? Every D&D game, there gets a point where all of the characters have to kind of meet each other in a tavern and act like they have this kind of shared history and all that sort of stuff. And that was kind of what happened today. There was bits that we figured out, but like, I think we would just ask so many questions of each other. Just given where we are and what's going on. I don't know where this is going to go. I have a very specific mission that I think I'm going to try to do, to try and make her friends. I need to work on the accent a bit more, that's for sure. But this was the first time I'd ever got to try out Duros and play this character, and this is the first time that I've ever done anything which is kind of like Duros, I guess. He's completely like a fish out of water. How does this thing work? Oh, I have to put thing back to the middle. I think, yeah, this is going to be pretty good. Just the amount of people going on, the fact that I don't know how to, like, make an income, the fact that there's just so much tension around the place and Duros is, like, such an unknown, and that people are either going to think that he's kind of nice and something they can learn from. Everyone there was like, I don't know if you could see that, but everyone is looking for how can they exploit this character. Everyone is looking for how they can exploit this character. This is... I hope you like him. He's genuinely good intentioned. I think a lot of people were going for... I think hopefully it's clear now. But I think a lot of people were expecting when they hear Deep Priest that it's going to be basically kind of like a warlock thing. But that's not really what a cleric is. Oh, this is going to be stressful, Sparrow. Don't get me wrong. And also, I don't really think he's naive either. I think that, well, we'll see. We'll see. There's certain things that he just doesn't understand. And yeah, I think I did make an impression. People know that there's this fish man out there. The other two are all super guarded, and nobody else is guarded here. At all. He genuinely... Like, so Tritons in Forgotten Realms and everything... Yes, they're full of themselves. Yes, they believe they're God's gift. Yes, Duros believes he's God's gift. But they are good-intentioned and mean well. And the funny thing is that I get the feeling that a lot of people are going to see Funny Fish Man, and they are going to abuse the shit out of him. So for a character like this to survive, he needs to become useful to someone, or either seem so ineffectual that he's not worth killing. And I don't think seeming so ineffectual he's not worth killing is going to work in a game with a harsh economy like this. I think he has to make some decisions. He has to go out there and do everything. Like there was a... Oh god, I just pressed some buttons on this thing and I shouldn't have done. Are we good? Good, it's turned off. Okay. Yeah, and I'm removing that for last time. Sorry about the 20-minute blank. I don't know if I'm going to be the... Yeah, because he's not... Duros can't... So part of what I'm trying to do with Duros, and I can talk to this about this here, is that people will assume he's stupid. People will assume he's stupid because he cannot speak the language. And that's what makes him actually kind of dangerous.